The arrival of Western F-16 fighter jets in Ukraine marks a significant development in the ongoing conflict with Russia. As these jets engage in their first combat missions, initial reports provide insights into their performance, the strategies Ukraine might employ, and the broader implications of these advanced aircraft in the context of the war. Approximately 85 F-16s have been pledged to Ukraine by various NATO countries, with 6 already delivered and deployed in active combat as of late August 2024. The first reports indicate that these jets have successfully intercepted and shot down incoming Russian cruise missiles and drones. This capability is crucial for Ukraine, particularly in defending critical infrastructure such as power generation facilities, which have been frequent targets of Russian missile strikes. However, the combat environment is fraught with risks. For instance, during an engagement on August 29th, a Ukrainian F-16 pilot, known by the call sign MoonFish, lost contact with his base and was later confirmed killed in action, Kia. While the cause of the crash remains unclear whether due to enemy action, mechanical failure, or other factors, the incident highlights the high-stakes nature of air combat in this theater. Notably, the Russian Ministry of Defense had offered a substantial reward for downing an F-16, suggesting that if the aircraft had been shot down, it would likely have been claimed as a significant propaganda victory. The use of F-16s in an air defense role, rather than for offensive operations near the front lines, appears to be a deliberate strategy by Ukraine. This approach is reinforced by the deployment of Saab 340 Airborne Early Warning (AEW) radar aircraft from Sweden, which significantly enhances Ukraine's air surveillance capabilities. These radar aircraft, though less glamorous than the F-16s themselves, are vital force multipliers. They can detect and track incoming threats at long distances, providing crucial targeting data to the F-16s. Without such radar support, deploying F-16s would be akin to using a rifle without a scope, effective but far from optimal. The pairing of AEW aircraft with F-16s could eventually enable Ukraine to shift from a primarily defensive stance to a more offensive role, although this transition will depend on various factors, including the evolving threat environment and the integration of these new capabilities into Ukraine's broader military strategy. Despite the advantages provided by the F-16s and AEW aircraft, Ukrainian pilots face significant challenges. They are vastly outnumbered by their Russian counterparts, who possess not only a numerical superiority but also access to more advanced versions of aircraft like the MiG-29 and Su-27. Moreover, Russian pilots benefit from more modern radar systems and longer-range missiles, giving them an edge in aerial engagements. Ukrainian pilots have had to rely on creative tactics to survive, such as flying at extremely low altitudes to avoid detection, striking quickly, and then retreating under the cover of their air defense network. These hit-and-run tactics have enabled Ukraine to claim significant Russian losses, including hundreds of aircraft and helicopters. However, the attrition has been severe on both sides, and Ukraine's air force has been steadily depleted over the course of the conflict. The F-16s delivered to Ukraine, particularly the Danish variants, are older models that have undergone midlife upgrades to enhance their performance and reliability. These upgrades include improved radar systems, modular mission computers, and access to a wider range of NATO weaponry. While these jets may not be as advanced as the latest US models, they represent a significant step up from the 1980s-era Soviet aircraft that Ukrainian pilots have been flying. One of the most critical advantages of the F-16 is its ability to employ advanced NATO missiles, such as the AIM-120 AMRAAM, Advanced Medium-Range Air-to-Air Missile, and the AIM-9 Sidewinder. These missiles offer fire-and-forget capabilities, allowing Ukrainian pilots to engage targets at long ranges and then immediately maneuver to avoid return fire. This capability is a stark contrast to the Soviet-era missiles previously used by Ukraine, which required pilots to maintain a lock on their target for the duration of the missile's flight. However, there are limitations to the F-16s currently in Ukraine's arsenal. The weapons loaded on these jets, such as the older variants of the AIM-120 and AIM-9, are not the most advanced versions available. This could be due to concerns over the potential capture of cutting-edge technology by Russian or Chinese forces if an F-16 were to be shot down. Nevertheless, the U.S. has indicated that more advanced weapon systems will eventually be provided to Ukraine, though the timing remains uncertain. Given the ongoing Russian bombardment of Ukrainian targets, the F-16s are expected to play a crucial role in bolstering Ukraine's air defense network. This network, originally inherited from the Soviet Union, has been supplemented by Western systems like the American Patriot batteries and German anti-aircraft guns. Despite these reinforcements, Russian tactics, particularly the use of swarms of drones and missiles, have strained Ukraine's defenses. The advanced sensors on the F-16s allow them to detect and engage smaller targets, such as UAVs and cruise missiles, more effectively than older Soviet-era jets. By taking on these tasks, the F-16s free up other aircraft for riskier missions near the front lines, where experienced Ukrainian pilots can use their knowledge of Russian tactics to maximum effect. Training Ukrainian pilots to operate the F-16 effectively is another significant challenge. The U.S. Air Force estimates that it typically takes about 18 months to fully qualify a new pilot on the F-16, a process that has been accelerated to 6 months under the current circumstances. This abbreviated training period may limit the initial effectiveness of Ukrainian pilots, though their existing combat experience could help mitigate some of these challenges. In addition to pilot training, there are logistical and maintenance considerations. The F-16 is a complex aircraft that requires a robust support infrastructure to keep it operational in the field. This includes trained maintenance crews, secure airbases, and a steady supply of spare parts and munitions. Developing this infrastructure will take time, and any gaps could affect the performance of the F-16s in combat. The deployment of F-16s to Ukraine is a significant development, but it is not a panacea. These jets offer enhanced capabilities, particularly in air-to-air combat and air defense, but they are just one part of a broader strategy that includes integrating new technologies, training personnel, and maintaining operational readiness. If Ukraine can effectively incorporate the F-16s into its military operations, these aircraft could play a crucial role in shaping the future course of the conflict. However, much will depend on how quickly and effectively Ukraine can overcome the challenges associated with fielding these advanced fighters in a complex and rapidly evolving battlefield.